So you went to use your debit card. For some reason, it keeps getting declined. Surprise, your account's been frozen. The IRS has hit you with the bank levy. What now? My name is Daniel Cotts. I'm a licensed tax attorney. Dealing with IRS is what I do. My clients and colleagues refer to me as the IRS bouncer. I step in and protect people in all 50 states from the IRS, keeping them away much like a bouncer in a club. The IRS bouncer is not an official title. I don't have a position of any kind with the IRS or your government. Today I'm going to explain to you what to do when the IRS freezes your bank account. First, you have to understand why it's happened. The IRS doesn't freeze your account out of nowhere. They've sent you multiple notices for months that you've ignored, including a final notice of intent to levy, which you've also ignored. Having ignored all those letters, they took the next step. They're getting prepared to seize the funds in your bank account. Now, time's critical at this point. You need to act fast. The best thing you can do right now is contact a tax attorney. A levy isn't permanent yet, but if you don't take action, the IRS will keep your money. Waiting to fix this is only going to make matters worse. In addition to freezing your bank account, taxes and penalties and fees are increasing your tax debt with every day that passes. Next, you need to get in touch with the IRS immediately, or have your attorney do it, ideally. There are options for stopping the levy, possibly getting your money back. You might qualify for an installment agreement, pay your debt over time, and this will halt the levy. If you're facing financial hardship, you might be placed in currently not collectible status, which temporarily stops enforcement. However, you really need to get in contact with the tax attorney. Don't try to fight the IRS on your own. Meet a client, we're going to call it George. George received an LT11, the final notice of intent to levy. And true to character, ignored this one too. One morning, George woke up to find his bank account showed a $0 balance. And in panic, he called the bank and was informed the account had been frozen due to an IRS levy and would be turned over to the IRS in 21 days. Then he called me in a bigger panic, explaining that he needed the money in that account to pay his employees, pay his vendors, pay his suppliers. He would go out of business if they seized the funds in that account. I got involved and called the revenue officer on the case and was able to convince him that a levy would be the death knell for George's business. She agreed to release it, but we had our work cut out for us. We had to figure out how to get George out of his IRS mess. I was at least able to get the freeze and levy released. But jumping in like this at the last minute to rescue a client like this, not easy and it's not cheap. In addition to avoiding the higher fee, George could have avoided the stress of the IRS freeze on his bank account if he'd just taken action earlier. If we addressed the situation earlier, it never gets there. So the one option you don't have when you're dealing with IRS is waiting. The longer you wait, the worse it gets. If you're facing tax troubles, don't wait. Contact my office today. Let's find a solution before your tax debt gets even bigger. If you have more questions, contact my law firm in the description or check out the rest of my content. No matter where you're located across the IRS, I can step in as your bouncer and protect you from the IRS. Contact Cotts Law today. Let's start building a defense against the IRS.